Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another video. This is my match preview for the Manchester City versus Crystal Palace game. Manchester City have been on a good run recently. I think we've done really well, especially with our defence. We have fixed the issues we had since last season, but we know Crystal Palace, they're a very physical side. They're a very pacey side. The likes of Christian Benteke and Wilfred Zaha, they do have good players. They do have a decent defence. I think this game we will be relying a lot on our defence. I don't really see us beating Crystal Palace 5-6-0 because they are a good team and they do keep their shape very well. Now, from Pep's conference, Pep said they know exactly what they have to do. They defend so well. We saw it against Arsenal, quality up front. They controlled much part of the game. It was tough the last seasons here when we lost and draw. We convinced the players to do their job and win the game. This is actually true. We've not beaten Crystal Palace at home for the last two seasons. We've lost against them 3-2 and we also drew against them 2-2. We've not really had our chances with Palace in the last two seasons, but this year I think it will be different because of our stability at the back. And these last games we have been relying on our defence, the likes of holding a 1-0 lead against Brighton, holding a 1-0 lead against Sheffield United, holding a 1-0 lead. So we have been relying on them very much this season. I think it will be another game again where we would be relying on our defence. They do have incredible players. They're not really a team that we will be steaming across because they do have good quality players in a lot of their positions. They've got Christian Benteke, who will give our centre-backs a good run. They even got Wilfred Zaha, a pacey, fast-paced winger, who will also give us trouble as well. So we will have to look out for that. But looking into my Premier League match prediction, I think for this game, Ederson will obviously be starting, but I think Kyle Walker will be needed for this game. I love Zinchenko and I think he has done a decent job at left back, but I don't think he has the pace to even compete with the likes of Wilfred Zaha and Townsend and stuff like that. So I think Walker will be starting in that right back position. For me, Stones and Ruben Dias will be starting in the heart of our defence. Laporte and Nathan Ake are still injured, so I don't really see them making it for this game. I think Cancelo will be playing at left back, so I do think he will be returning in that left back position. He's not played there in a while, but we all know he could do a good job at left back. Now for this game, I think we will need Fernandinho's physicality, so I'm predicting Fernandinho to be starting over Rodri for this game. I think he will be needed in this game more than Rodri, in my opinion. And I think Gundogan will obviously be starting. Gundogan has been a key player for us this season, especially for this 4-2-3-1 system to work. Gundogan has been the key for that system, and he has been playing well as well. De Bruyne will obviously be starting this game. We know how important De Bruyne is for us in the Premier League this season with the amount of assists he has and the goals he scored. So we know he is a very important figure for us this season. And Phil Foden, I want Foden to start. If he's scoring goals, if he's playing really well, I don't want Pep to drop him. I want Pep to keep Foden because I do think he will be causing trouble for Crystal Palace, and I really do want him to start. As well as Foden, I think Sterling would be back into the lineup. I know he missed a penalty against Brighton, but I do still think he will be starting in this game since he was rested in the last game, and I didn't think Mahrez played really well against Brighton, so I do think Sterling will be back into the starting lineup. Now up front, I think Gabriel Jesus will be back. I know he did start against Brighton, but I didn't think the false nine system really worked against Brighton. I just think Brighton were defending really well, and the false nine system doesn't really work against teams that, well, park the bus, I guess. So I think Gabriel Jesus will be back because we know Crystal Palace are going to be defending for a majority of that game. So I think we will need an actual striker in the pitch. And when Gabriel Jesus did come up against Brighton, he's playing more to the left wing, so I'm not sure whether Pep's converted him to a winger now, but I think if we want to get anything against Palace, we need to play Jesus through the middle, in my opinion. So that is my predicted lineup. It's a good lineup. and we know this team can cause problems to Crystal Palace, and it will be a good game of football to watch. Now, looking at Crystal Palace's lineup, I think they will be playing the exact same lineup as they did against Arsenal. So you start off with Guaita at the back, with Mitchell, Kouyaté, Tompkins and Ward will be the back four. In midfield, it'll be Eze, Luka Milijovic, James McArthur and Andres Townsend will be the midfield four, with Wilfred Zaha and Christian Benteke up front. I think that will be the lineup. I don't really see them changing anything, unless obviously a player gets injured or isn't match fit, then I guess they will be changing it up a little bit. But I think this will be the same lineup they use against us. This is the same lineup that caused Arsenal problems, and at the end Arsenal drew with them, so they are defensively good. So we will have to watch out what happens on Sunday. If we're looking at injuries, for us, we only have 3 players out. We have Aymeric Laporte out with an injury, Nathan Ake still out with an injury, and Sergio Aguero is still self-isolating. So those 3 players are still out for this game. But for Palace, they do have they have a lot of players out. They've got Connor Wickham out, they've got Jeffrey Schlupp out, they've got Mamadou Sakho out, they've got Martin Kelly out, they've got Wayne Hennessy out, and they've got Nathan Ferguson out. So they do have 6 players out for this game. I don't really see many of them being key players, if I'm being honest. I think Sakho might be, but apart from that, I don't think the other 5s are. So I do think Palace have their main players on the pitch for that game. So yeah, my prediction for this game, it is going to be a hard one, but I think it's going to be a very tight game in my opinion. I think we will beat Crystal Palace, but I think it'll be 1-0. I think it's another game we will be relying on our defence. We know Palace will make it hard for us to score against. We know Palace are going to threaten us as well on the counter-attack, so we will have to be very careful on that. But I think at the end of the day, I think City will be winning this game. So obviously comment down below what your match prediction is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do like this video. Please do subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in my next video.